Hey, we're live. Awesome. Okay, well, thank you for joining me for my live today. I want to do something a little different, just kind of randomly jump on because I haven't done it in a while. It's been like months. But I was like, you know what? I just want to draw something today. I just want to have a little bit of fun and kind of get something out that's been in my head lately. This one is Bahamut from Final Fantasy. Just had this really cool idea of like a dragon, just like just coming out of the clouds and just coming out of nothing and just like being spawned from light energy and just like being terrifying and just like really cool. So I was like, let's put something down. Let's start pinning it, start drawing it, and just see where it goes and just have fun doing it, right? So just kind of hitting some of the key shots, some of the key images that's in my head right now. As you've seen this first image right here, I'm thinking like the dragon head, and he's like coming up and he's like roaring and everything like that, right? And then I love my close-ups. I love doing close-ups of the eyes, just to kind of see like how menacing and dark and powerful they are and stuff like that. So let me see here and get my glasses kind of cleaned up. Just keeping my brush real loose, keeping it easy. I'm already not really liking that little eye that was there. So probably something like that there. I want to do a bigger eye. Something like that, right? That's kind of the mouth or whatever. Doesn't really matter right now. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just want to get something down. Excuse me. And also just keeping in, you know what? Let's work on this real quick too. The character model itself. So I actually have a few drawings, not drawings, but reference images. I kind of went out and saw it. Like, what does Bahamut look like? What are some really cool Bahamut images that I want to use as a reference? And I saw this here, and I was like, that's really cool. And then I don't even know what this is from. I know this is Bahamut Zero from Final Fantasy 7. I want to say Bahamut Zero is from 7, but I don't remember this Bahamut Zero being a 7. So this must be a different version of a Bahamut Zero. This one right here is Bahamut. Again, I don't know what from exactly, but this Bahamut right here is really cool because he has the more natural dragon head that I remember from Bahamut. Just looking at the headdress, like the actual head itself, and then all the ornaments coming off of the head and the designs and stuff. I don't really like the purple and the silver and the gray and the blue and all that kind of stuff. I don't like that, but that doesn't matter. We just want the design, right? And then here's another one this is the design that actually inspired it. This whole thing right now is Bahamut from Final Fantasy 16, where it's just really big, ornamented and textured wings and everything, right? So I was like, big wings, love big wings. So I think there was one more. I mean, okay, so Bahamut from Final Fantasy 10 is pretty cool too. He has like this cool bipedal like animal legs or something like that, and he's got these really ornamented wings, which I'm like, that's crazy. It looks great, but it's beautiful, but it's not really functional. It's more style over substance, style over function, if you ask me, but still really cool. So I might take something from this. This Bahamut, this Neo Bahamut, also from Final Fantasy 7. I think this is a really cool design too, but again, kind of the more natural dragon head and head harness. All the ornaments coming off of that. I love this little tail, thing, like the little ponytail he has. I don't like the wings though. I never really understood the wings. I think again it's more style over function. He's got these really beefy legs. Like, what's up with that? He's really ripped, right? Um, so I'll probably use the dragon head. I'm not gonna use the body. You know, there's one more Bahamut that I really liked. Bahamut from Final Fantasy 9. I put 8. I don't know why I put 8. Bahamut Final Fantasy 9. I think I used this as a reference before on the last Bahamut drawing that I did, last animation that I did. Really cool. I think they could have put more style into it. They could have pushed the style a little bit more with this one. But I do love how, look at that. I love how straightforward the head is. Something, it's so close, but it's not quite what I want out of it, out of the design. I feel it. I'm piecing together an image in my head of what this Bahamut will look like. Oh man, I wish the images were bigger. Shoot. I mean, we might just have to go with something as simple as like this one here. It captures everything. It's not really this. It doesn't really give me the juice that I want, but we'll use it. We'll use it. So the main thing I'm going to focus on for this design is just like kind of the headrest. I'm not really going to get into a real strong, finalized drawing, but I am going to kind of give it some attention, really make it stand out. So something kind of like that. And then we'll keep coming back and using Bahamut as a reference here. Actually, I like that. Actually, what I'll do, I'm probably gonna take this whole thing, move it over, huh? So you're not gonna see my screen, but I'm gonna keep it up over here on the side so I can kind of look at it and keep drawing off of it and using it as a reference. So I'm probably gonna end up kind of borrowing some of their style here a little bit, but don't worry, I'm gonna show them love. I'm gonna show them love, of course. And right now we're just kind of having some fun, just kind of making sure I do something I like. I love Bahamut having like this little beak kind of thing, like a dragon would. Probably dip down a little bit more. So something like that, right? Nope. And we're just gonna something like that. And then, so he has this very straightforward upper body type. Kind of like a person would. I'm not sure I really like that too much. I really like seeing more of the full-on snake-like dragon kind of body or whatever. Let's see how we can make that work. Kind of doing some perspective work here. So he's got hands, he's got fingertips and things. He's got hips, he's got these little hip things. Something like that there. Kind of connect these things a little bit, make it work for me. And then he's got these these things here, right? So he has a little bit too much of a beak. It might be too much of a. I'm already kind of like nitpicking it, right? So I don't think it comes out that much. But I think the problem here also is that he's got a real chicken hawk kind of thing going on here. We definitely got to diversify the chicken hawk style versus something like that. We'll come back to that. So all right, now I make sure his legs really have a great style to them. Again, using a very up close, far back kind of perspective. I love these big talon kind of things he has on some of his designs. Right? So we can tone that down just a little bit. We can bring that down a little bit. Okay. So now when it comes to the wings, and I already have it drawn in. I already have it saved as the file type. I'm not sure you can actually see what I have on here for the file type. You can't. Okay, cool. And I want to kind of keep it that way. But because this is Bahamut, but I might change it up a little bit. You'll see what I may have in store for that a little bit later. But for right now, let's keep on going with the design. The wings have got to be epic. You got to do something with the wings to make it really capture, like, whoa, you know. My tone of legs down to this a little bit more though, and I might actually bring this arm down a little bit too. It's kind of making it all look a little too extra wonky. Oh, I'm like, why is it not selecting everything? Something like that. That works. Where's this one? Kind of bring up just a little bit. So I'm gonna bring it out some, and I'm gonna make the tail. I'm gonna do the tail first. Kind of keeping like a snake-like kind of thing. Oop. Let's probably start from the back. The tail's probably a little wide, a little more wide than I kind of want to do. That's cool, but so the wings, almost like bat wings, go down, come up, right? So we'll have it kind of go down, come up, go down, come up. We'll do the basic. We'll start basic real quick. And then we'll actually come back and probably do some more ornamental stuff. But for the wings here, at this point, you kind of have like a base. And then they kind of go out, right? You see how it's getting bigger and bigger. We got to zoom out for this thing. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Kind of another little pivot point here. Probably not even worth getting it really too bogged down onto right now. But let me just see something, because the other Bahamuts that are here have some really, they have them like really spiky, really veiny. And you got some really ornamental ones. I don't like when it's a lot of colorful, crazy styles to it. It's just, I think I've always really preferred the bat wing style a little bit more. Yeah, the more simple on the wings, I think I like the better. But for all of them though, they got these like little claw things at the top. I think I love those. 1, down, up, down, up, down. Yeah, actually got different variations of that. So what we'll do here, I'm just gonna erase this. Bam, bam, bam. Get rid of this. Again, keeping it simple for now. Huh. How did I just do that with the one? Now I'm having so much trouble with this one. Boom. Alright. And then wow, I really threw this one off. Save. Make sure you're always saving, right? And then they have like these little. See, for this one, I guess they did kind of keep it more like leathery wings. Something like that. But then in the wings, you kind of have these like other little stanchions. Like that, 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 like that. Alright, so I'm kind of getting a little bit more into it than what I should be, especially for a really quick animation. Whereas this style is really not going to be seen as hard once I start really animating this bad boy. I do want to fix the face a little bit because I'm just not feeling these eyes though. Maybe the eyes need to be a little further back. Maybe that's what my problem is. I look at the eyes and I feel like it's a chicken or something. Like, this is not a chicken though. Yeah, that's what it is. The eyes were too close. needs to be more menacing. Yeah. There we go. I think that's kind of what I'm talking about right there. Yeah. I'm trying to think with the horns though. And the body. Let's do something kind of... Yeah, like that. Kind of like this. I'm gonna make another line. Kind of like that. Yeah. Okay. And I like when he has like these ornament things on his back too. I'm probably making this way worse on myself than what I want. These don't even mean anything. They're just there, right? So cool. That's good enough for now. I think. The wings might be a little too big though. Let me just scale them down a little bit. I always like really big wings on Bahamut, but maybe that's just a little too big. Maybe something like this. Dang. Okay, let's try again. Like that. All right, cool. I think this is good for pre-planning what I want the character to look like. Let's grab it. Let's put it right. Ooh. Oh yeah. I'm like, what is that? Let's grab it, put it right here. That's gonna be our character design mock-up. As I get to drawing. Yeah, as I get to drawing the character, as I get to drawing the dragon here, Bahamut, I'm gonna keep using this character reference as a guide. See right there already. I can kind of throw that in there. Cool. So this was just one image. That's another image. The close up. As we get to drawing this, it's not going to be a one-for-one match for what we see here and then the actual animation itself. So let's save that. All right. Let's just kind of get the idea in our head. So what I want to do, I want to draw the summoner. The summoner is the character, the person or whatever. I'm going to draw the person probably like in a pose. Let's add a frame. Let's add a couple frames actually. Excuse me. The person is going to be in a pose, kind of like on his knee or something. He's like, there's no hope. Everything is done. I have nothing else to give. What am I gonna do? And then it probably like zoom in like that or something. And then we get a close up of his face, of his head, and then from here he'll raise his head up. No. Yeah, like that. He's like, He's like, I can't. There's no hope left. Oh no. And then here he's like, what? There's hope? There's no hope. There's hope? There's no hope. There's hope? And then we'll probably like have the sky shining down on him. Save. And then it's gonna be like another. I need my onion skin on. So let's see the previous screen and then the next screen, right? Let's actually fill this in. He's like, no hope. There's hope. And you look up and it's like, see, it's getting closer. And then there's like something swirling in here. I'm actually going to have these two frames repeat. Let's add a few more empty frames. And then I want it to like zoom back out again. Actually do a little bit smaller, a little bit smaller, a little bit smaller, 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 smaller. Before we do that, let's actually put some stuff back in here again. And then a little dot. Couple dots, and then an explosion. We'll do an explosion of like before that though. Before that, we gotta do like the twinkle like explosion. Ping. And then it's like energy and light just comes at you fast. It's like a lot of stuff in front of you, in front of your eyes. It's like shoo, shoo, shoo. We haven't even gotten to the character yet, the actual dragon yet. I wanted to kind of like a tunnel of energy just flowing, 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 flowing. But probably I need more frames in between. Maybe not that many frames though. I want it to be kind of like like a second or two. Bing. No. It's gotta be, I might have to do more lines coming straight forward. So it's gonna be like a bunch of lines coming out like a wide spread, and then maybe focus in, and then like the beams are coming down, and then from the beams coming down, or maybe it should go up, like wide spread, and then the beams going up. Yeah, yeah, and then we can show the form, his dragon form actually emerging, like slowly the wings start expanding out and taking more of a shape, and then we'll do like a close-up on like his head. So still a bunch of lines. Do some more lines. Just one more good time for good measure. And then it's gonna do that for a little bit, and then we're gonna see the lines actually kind of hone down. It's kind of like this a little bit. I might not be drawing this right. I see it in my head, but I'm not drawing it right. So, but we'll see. Kind of like this. And we might have to end up filling in some of these areas. Oh, I see it. I see it already. So this is good. This one, it needs to start moving up. Right? You see? We're showing movement. Yeah. So copy that. We actually can just copy and move it just like this. Let me get my eraser and just erase these. Save. Do a couple more lines, save. Start thinning it out a little bit, right? Thin a little bit more, still keep lines. Oh, wrong thing. That's fine. Yeah. So this is cool. What I'll probably do is just Do a few lines like that. And then we'll do some lines like actually flying off. Oh shoot, are we already there? So let's put some more empty boxes in between. We gotta make space for ourselves to draw here. I'll probably give it like 15 more minutes, and then we'll break off and do another session later on in the week, probably tomorrow or something like that, whenever I get time. I really want to finish this animation on Bahamut and just kind of get my idea out while it's still fresh and strong. So my idea here is to show movement as much as possible. So probably these three. And then from here, we're going to start showing the actual, his form actually emerging. So kind of like very fluid, very lack of a strong form, you know. Still have some lines going around them. And then maybe one or two more like this, where it starts to really kind of formulate. And I'm already forgetting kind of his shape, right? So let's go back into our previous character design mock-up. Okay, so he has like these big spike things, like an X. Maybe we'll call him Bahamut X. Bahamut X. That's actually not bad. So we have like these two things coming down, two things coming up, and he has like these horns going down. His wings are pretty big. They're probably like twice, 3 times his size. So let me get this thing back open again. So you can't have them spread out too fast, but we do need to start kind of giving it a little definition there. Kind of like that. And he's getting bigger too, right? So this is, you know, doing this whole thing is really good practice for kind of helping to build the visual. It's like a visual exercise to really work that visual muscle and imagination, and how we can come up with things like this, and then once we do get it down, we can push it to be even more dynamic and stuff like that, right? I'm not sure. You know what? I think we'll start by showing his back, and then his wings will come out, and then he'll like flap, and then we'll really zoom in close and probably flap his wings, and then I really want to work in this one scene where he's like roaring. He's like, ah, and you see like the fire coming out of his mouth, like as he's roaring. fire is billowing out of his mouth. Not too... like that, you know? But it's not that far away. Honestly, I could probably bring this back. I think we're getting close to it, but it's definitely still gonna need some build up to it. And then after we finish some of these monster videos, I might want to do some more dynamic videos that's not just these weird creatures and stuff. Maybe just some more like dynamic fighting animations. I owe some people some really good fighting scenes I should have done like years ago, literally like 5 years ago. Anyways, so let's see. Now getting back to this, I think I want to start really showing the form. Now we can really start dedicating to try to be as accurate as we can try to be. For our Bahamut X. Something like that. I know what it looks like. Down up, right? Down up. Yep, down up. Down up, down, down up. Down up. Down up. Down. Kind of like that. Like that. Yeah, I think something right along those lines. This is about as accurate as we probably want to try to get, honestly. I don't think it's appropriate to get so super accurate that we lose sight of what we're doing here. And actually, you know, it is good to show that he's kind of getting bigger. So I'll put a few lines here like this. Kind of like that. Yeah, Yeah, the wings span out. And what we'll do is draw this again, a little bit bigger. We'll probably draw it right on top of itself. Show the undulating. I want to show some like undulating, like neck movement, and then the wings kind of like opening and closing and spanning and stuff like that. Kind of like that. And give it a few more minutes, and then we'll take a break and come back. And the reason why I'm drawing it again is because I want to actually show a difference in line stroke. Nope. Kind of like that. Save. And this can be shown as a upward. So that's probably be a downward. So I'm gonna do this again. Kind of like this. Let's get the wings flapping, and then we'll call it. Kind of like that. Nope. And then we'll do the wings. Ooh. Kind of like. Kind of like that. That's what I'm thinking, right? Okay, well, we'll definitely have to move this around. I'm thinking. Okay, okay, okay. You need to go right here. Save. You go right here. And then you go right here. And then we'll bring all of it back. Then we'll repeat for a little bit just to kind of make sure we get the essence of what's going on. And I can always do the zoom in afterwards, but right now I just want to make sure that I really captured. I think so. I think so. And then we'll definitely have to change perspectives. We'll have to probably like to go down and then come forward towards his face. Yeah, I think that'd be good. All right. Well, I mean, I think that's really good work for right now to begin with. Still got a long way to go till this thing is the way I want it to be. But I think that's fine. Yeah. That's good for now. I kind of like the way this, really like the way this turned out. Alright, so I'll end it there. I'll cut it off. And we'll pick it up on the next session. Alright, have a good one.